Bitcoin yesterday broke above my resistance and straight away after had a significant surge towards the upside like we have been expecting. And right now I want to be discussing what is going to be the next move for Bitcoin, since it's already breaking above my most critical box of resistance and right now potentially is retesting this new level that previously around acted as significant support. So I will be talking about this. I will talk about my forecast, what I'm currently expecting, because yes guys, it's only 20 to 25 days before the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to come, and I think this is going to generate a big pump in the market. So I'm going to talk about what I'm expecting is going to be happening in the coming days. I'm going to talk about my trade that unfortunately not fully got entered, but did got entered partially, and more important charts that I want to be discussing on today's update video. So without any further ado, make sure to slap up the like button on today's videos. Don't forget to smash it back above 600. So without any further ado, let me jump straight away in towards the content. Yesterday I discussed this on the channel. We were creating a symmetrical triangle, and I said that I was personally expecting that Bitcoin first probably is gonna go and see a breakdown, since this is a bearish bias pattern, and then come towards the upside. But we already went towards the upside, and you have to understand, I said this as well in yesterday's video. I said, okay, we're probably going to get a small move towards the downside before moving up, or we break the resistance and move straight away towards the upside. But I thought it was more probable that we were going down and then go up. Unfortunately, that is pretty sad. I missed out on that potential bigger long position, because what my strategy has been, and it has been all the time around already in this lower side region right here, is to open up big long positions on Bitcoin. But of course I want to have the best entry, and unfortunately this trade that I have opened right here only got partially filled, but I had some more orders set up on the lower side, and that is why I also said I am expecting Bitcoin is going to come down, fill up my orders, and then come back towards the upside, because I was expecting another move towards the upside is going to come. Because if we're looking at Bitcoin right now here, I have said this several times before, I really think that we're right now entering a new consolidation phase where Bitcoin is going to consolidate between the lows and the highs. Why? Is because we are just only 20 days out before the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to come, and that is going to generate a massive pump in the market. So I said this several times before, I need to get a position in right here, a long position preferably, because there is going to be a big move happening anytime soon for Bitcoin. So what are we looking at right now? Because Bitcoin is once again moving towards the upside. It actually broke above this very important drop-off point, and I said this as well yesterday on Twitter. I said, okay, Bitcoin is breaking out of the descending triangle. I expect it's going to be touching this resistance, and if we break the red box, this box right here, I think we're going to go higher. And what is higher? Higher is back in towards the top region, and I think potentially we could even break above the previous high in the market. So honestly, the next resistance for Bitcoin, if we break this dotted line right here, is going to be 44,000 US dollars approximately. I think we are going to reach it. I think we're going to hit new highs here above the previous high around 44.6k. Why? Is because you have to understand that that Bitcoin spot ETF narrative, it's about to get accepted, and it's really going to be also pushing up prices higher. So that is why I've said this several times before. I want to get in towards that Bitcoin long position, because it's about the narrative. It's about the narrative, and that is how you trade Bitcoin. The narrative and the trend. Of course, if I will be very realistic, I can currently spot that there is still a lot of liquidity on the lower side, to be exact, in approximately 3 to 600 million US dollars, laying below us and not above us. So that is definitely a thing I'm potentially a little bit worried about. And it's the same in the bull market. Sometimes the liquidity on the lower side just keeps being there. And while I'm recording this video, Bitcoin just hit 43,000 US dollars. And I think the most important resistance that we need to be breaking above of is this red box. And honestly, guys, if we are going to get rejected by this very important level right here, we move towards the downside and also break below the red box here, then we're officially confirming actually a lower low here in this trend. And that would actually be a very bearish thing here. I mean, if we would confirm the lower low from of this trend right here, that would really potentially confirm a more bearish movement for Bitcoin. And then potentially we're still going to go lower, but due to the narrative, due to the trend, maybe we're not going to straight away break through it, but I think it's likely that we are eventually going to be breaking through it. And maybe first we're going to see a retest on the red box before potentially going up again, or maybe we just see a break below the red box, come down, touch my level, and then bounce back towards the upside. It's still a possibility, but I've been saying this for quite a while. I think that Bitcoin is going to be consolidating between 45,000 US dollars and 40,000 US dollars for the coming period until the Bitcoin spot ETF gets accepted. So I've talked about my predictions many times before. I said it also my prediction while we were literally in the parabolic run towards the upside, so it was an odd thing to say and people didn't really like it. But I said I think we're going to get consolidation before that window of Bitcoin spot ETF acceptance opens, and then we're going to see a big pump. And once it gets accepted, we are actually going to go down because people are going to be finding out that it's at least going to take another 20 to 30 days before it's getting accepted. Then we're getting another run up towards the upside, and then the Bitcoin halving comes. We have a little bit of an decreasement in price, and then the Bitcoin bull market starts. So that is my personal expectation about Bitcoin and about what is going to be happening next towards it. And honestly, if I'm going to be looking at my trade, it's super sad we only got partially filled on this exact bottom, guys. Once again, we were spot on with our trades. We were once again spot on with our long position. We literally shorted Bitcoin, like you can see right here, on the exact top here for Bitcoin, and after that we longed Bitcoin on the exact bottom. So you have to understand that we have been spot on every single time so far. And honestly, it's because these markets are a little bit easier to predict as well, and really my 7 almost 8 years of experience, they really count right now. So if you're interested in trading yourself as well, make sure to go to the link description of today's video. You could currently claim an insane free $1,000 airdrop position, and all you need to do here is sign up again using the link below, complete KYC level 1, and you have to deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you could claim this insane free $1,000 airdrop position. And if you just want to be trading on BYBIT, if you sign up using the link below, you could also claim a deposit bonus up to $40,000, and without this link, it's only $400. So it's definitely a win-win situation. And also for the ones that can't trade on BYBIT, Max is an exchange without KYC, without any restrictions, and they are currently offering you, if you sign up using the link below, if you deposit, they will cash back 10% of your deposit. So it's super valuable. It's just an extra 10% of your deposit that you're going to get, and this is valid up to $40,000. Make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Going further in towards the content, Bitcoin is actually creating somewhat of a 12-hour upward sloping support line. So far it looks to be that every single time we're touching it, we are bouncing from it, and potentially we're going to create a new pattern here, an ascending triangle or a symmetrical triangle, but maybe we could be looking for a potential ascending triangle here for Bitcoin. I have said this several times before also in this video, but I believe that we're right now about to be entering a consolidation phase where it's going to be a little bit more boring, but it's going to be very easy to trade. So what I will be looking to do here is going to be looking at the long positions every single time once we see a bounce towards the downside, or if we see a bounce back towards the lower side in support region. So that's going to be my strategy right now in consolidation phases. And if you can spot consolidation phases early, you are usually managing to make a lot of cash. So I mean, we're currently trading also between two big levels, a big level of resistance, a big level of support. Below us, the level of support is sitting between 39.7k and 37.7k, and we've got that big resistance around $48,000 up to $45,000. I really think that these two levels are pretty important to be breaking above of, and those are pretty hard levels to be breaking above of or below of. So yeah, I remain to expect that we're going to see some consolidation. But honestly, if we're looking at the bigger perspective, Bitcoin is currently creating a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern. And honestly, this pattern already started to be breaking out a while ago, but the price target is $80,000, and I do really think we're going to be reaching at some point. So yeah, just keep your eyes wide open on the bigger perspective for Bitcoin. And of course, if Bitcoin right now is going to go and consolidate sideways like I've been predicting, honestly, there is one thing that's really going to be exploding, and that is going to be altcoins. So keep your eyes open on altcoins as well. I think you could make a lot of money trading altcoins. Personally, I am doing it as well very much right now here. So if you want to be staying up to date on that, go to my second channel. It's called Altcoin Rover. I'm trying to upload 1 or 2 times a week a video over there about some altcoins that I do think are going to do very well this bull run. So make sure to check it out on that channel. Then also yesterday there was an FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell started to talking very dovish, and after that the S&P 500 even set up a new yearly high, what is of course absolutely insane. And the S&P 500 is about to hit a new all-time high, even though the interest rates are above 5%. So that is, of course, absolutely insane what we're currently seeing. S&P 500 bouncing back very strongly. And in general, this is also a very good thing for Bitcoin because the dollar index has seen a significant decreasement in the last few hours, and that of course is dragging the Bitcoin price also towards the upside. So this was it for me in today's update video. I discussed the short term, the longer term, the midterm, all the most important things in the Bitcoin chart right now. Without any further ado, if you thought this video was valuable, make sure to share it with your friends. I would highly appreciate that. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.